Mara's armoire will now get its feet to stand on and a skirt. Welcome back to the shop and the channel. Skirt boards and feets. Let's do skirt boards and feet this time. But before we do skirt boards and feet, I have to take this thing pretty much apart. I had no idea how heavy that top section was going to be. That's going to be 2 people carrying it up the stairs when it's time to go upstairs. So now I want to put on the skirt boards. Now let me show you what I've done here. The skirt board exposure is going to be this 1/8 of an inch here. So this is, I know this is going to go on the side, but it's going to sit just like that. And I've got a nice piece of pine on here as a cleat, and I can fire it right in with nails, and it'll stay. It'll be fine. Again, this is cutting 45s, you know, doing miters, but considering this is going to stand up straight like this, I can put this up against the fence and just cut the miters as necessary. So what I want to do first is cut this first miter. Yeah, I'll show you me doing that one miter, and then we'll mark it and cut the other miter, and then fasten this one in place and the other, do these. It's standing up on end like this because it's easier to get to, and the sides are going to wind up being longer, and I'm going to have to cut them off at that point. Then we have to put the pads in for the feet. We found we want to raise it up a little bit, another 1/4 inch, 3/4 of an inch. So I got to put pads in here to fasten the feet so it's a little taller. Going with historical pieces where the outside circle or edge of the bun feet are to the edge of whatever's over here, whatever molding you have here, it ends at that molding instead of being inside here. Hope that it'll make more sense when I show you it happening. So let's get busy making some miters and doing some stuff. And here we are back at the chop saw to do the first miter. 2 that way. This one I can do like so. Now, as long as I keep this flat against the fence and down to the platen, it'll be a nice 45. It should be very nice and symmetric. Got to move the laser. I always have to move the laser. Make sure I get it right. Okay, there we go. So there's the miter right there. Now, of course, the thing that's important is this point right here. That's got to meet the corner here perfectly, kind of like perfectly. So what I'm going to do is get this on here like that so it meets that corner. And I need a pencil, of course. And that's... that looks good. Oops. Yeah, I know, this is kind of precarious. I need another pair of hands. New glasses. Okay, that looks good. Got a line on there now. This is going to be a miter in the other direction. I want to see if I transfer that line a little bit here. There we go. So again, I'm going to sneak up on it. Headphones. Now I can hold it flat against the work there and just cut that right there, which is, this is on the other side of that cut line. That looks darn close. Yeah, that's just right on. Okay, so I got to do a little planing here, but let me fix this corner here a little bit, and then we'll fasten this one down. So after that little bit of just me working and doing the cutting and fastening the parts on, here is the skirt boards mounted in place. Cove molding at the top that kind of draws your eyes away, bead detail just like the doors and the drawers and the crown molding, only this is cut with a router, so it's got that deeper shadow line. So with this done and the ends cut off, I cut off the bitter ends with the Ryobi double-sided Japanese pull saw that everybody uses because it has no back and won't interfere, and you can slice right through things. So that's done. Looks nice. So now let's talk about putting the feet on. Okay, what I just installed is essentially a mounting pad for the feet, which are going to go through this with the threaded insert on the inside. I have to mark and drill the hole correctly. It's going to give us the exposure we want along here. It's going to hide just this top part of the foot. It's going to give us the exposure we want. As you noticed, I've put the finish on the feet already. That was kind of hard to miss. So what I need is drill the hole and put in the threaded insert. And I think I only have to take about 1/4 inch off of this at the most. At the most. Anyway, so this is going to be, I think, 1 7/8 and 1 7/8 is the measurement I need for getting this centered like that. So it comes right to the edge of the skirt board on the front, and on the back it only has to be on the edge of the skirt board here, because the back, well, I can do it on the back because the back of this is going to be against the wall, so as long as I'm in a little bit, I'm good. So let's do some measurements and then drill some holes. So right after I put in the pads to raise the feet, or lower the feet actually, in the cabinet, Mara and I had a talk about period correctness. It's not necessary, but it's kind of fun to have. Anyway, so she said, and I agreed, 1 more ½ inch out. So a change order came in, and here I am putting in the pads to increase the height by ½ inch. Yeah, that label will be buried forever. Big bangs on the microphone. So what I did was I made a little template, so I know exactly where to drill the holes to get these right where we want them. Where we want them. So basically, I just placed the template here on the cardboard and put an awl hole. All impression. There. So I've got it marked for the holes. I've got to drill the holes. Now, because this is going to sit further down like that, I don't have to recess this, or I don't have to cut this off. I'm going to have to recess the threaded insert into the wood workpiece, because this is now buried inside here. So what I need to do is drill a pilot hole in each one of these, then drill the depth for the threaded insert, then the ½ inch hole for the threaded insert, then come back and drill the 5/16 hole for the for these studs. So I get my drill and we'll drill some freaking holes. There's the pilot holes. The next thing, of course, is to drill the recess for the threaded insert. And I got to figure out how deep I got to go with that. And I'm probably going to use a spade bit for that. So let's do some measurements here. Sorry about there. Okay, it looks like a 1/2 inch should do it. Yeah, a 1/2 inch should do it. So the diameter of this is 7/8, and the diameter of this here is 3/8, I think. But let me get a spade bit, and I think I'm going to probably use a 1 inch because I don't have a 7/8 spade bit. But that doesn't matter; it'll be fine. So you can see the dilemma I have here. This is the bit I want to use, and this web is in the way. But on the advice of a YouTuber, I can't remember what channel it was, I was advised that this Dewalt, link in the description, you can get it at Home Depot, angle drill attachment is very effective. This is the first time I've ever used it, or even used one of these. You are witnesses to what's about to happen. I'd say that was a smashing success. And now I have to do the 3/8 hole because, yeah, the shaft, the tube shaft on this thing is, the threaded piece is 3/8. So let's do that. This is really effective, so get one, or maybe don't. That fits in there. Okay, now I want to drill out the back here at 5/16. I don't have a 5/16 quick drill, connect drill, so we're going to just put the drill in like so, as normal. And it's ready. Yeah, it's ready for, where did I go? Where did I put it? For the threaded insert. And now a 5/16 bolt to draw it into the hole. I found I haven't got a, believe it or not, I haven't got a 5/16 bolt long enough. So tap this down in. See if that's going to do it now. No, I gotta find a bolt. I got a longer one, but it's a fine thread. Gotta find a longer bolt. That's not too long because I have to put washers on this end to draw the piece in. Let's see if this works. Hey, the foot works. Still got to go some more. Let me show you how this looks from the side. This is exactly what I think we were going for. This is the reveal that we liked from the period piece. So this comes to this edge, this comes to this edge, and it gives me that reveal, and it's a little higher off the floor. I still have to get a bolt to, now that I've got it in this far, that bolt that I have might work. Yes, now I need a washer. Yeah, and of course the a socket. Yay! That's in there now. So now I can proceed to do the rest of them, the remaining 3, and put the feet on. And we are darn close to putting the finish on this. But let's do a quick test with this foot. Screws in very nicely. Comes up nice and tight. Voila! We have a foot mounting process. So that's, like I said, I got to do all the remaining 3. And I think it's time to put this back on the rolling stands and set it up for spraying next. The hardware is one of the last things I'm going to do. I mean, I've got a jig for doing the holes for all the screws and things that hold the hardware in place. So that's going to be one of the last things I do. I want to get the finish done on it, make it nice and lovely, and then put the hardware on. Before I do any of that, once this thing is back on the stands, I have to do a light sanding with 220 in a few places. The sides are done. A couple other places I need to do light sanding. Some of the drawer fronts. Clean it off, blow it down, clean it off, and then put it right kind of out the door here of the garage, at the head of the driveway here, and get out my HVLP sprayer and shoot some shellac. Anyway, onward. Feet. We have achieved feet. They're in the right place. They're where we want them. Take a look at this picture. This is the inspiration for putting the bun feet on. When we looked at 18th century pieces, more of them had feet set, bun feet set like this. So we did it with ours. Let me give you a little bit of a close-up here. Note here that the bun comes to the edge here, but it comes to the end here. So this side is going to be up against the wall, and that of course is not. So that places actually it's going to be up against the baseboard, but that's okay. But the bun feet come flush with the back of it, and in the front it's just about flush with this, and it's flush with this. So yep, it is flush actually. It's flush here and here with the skirt board, like you saw in that picture. And we'll end this episode here. The next step, like I said, is going to be prepping this thing for finish, which is spray on shellac, of course. I've mentioned numerous times. But that's the next step. We're going to do the finish on it. I'm probably going to cut and sand the feet one more time and put another coat of poly on those, just to smooth them out a little bit. But the rest of it is going to get sprayed on. I'm probably going to put a center post foot here because of the weight. So it matches the depth from here to here, and that goes to the floor and supports the center of it. And that's hidden out of the way in the back. So until next time, make great things out of wood and maybe use some bun feet.